Hey, happy Monday, everybody. Mark again here, WeatherMan Plus. Now I'm going to update you on Winter Storm Hudson. It has intensified some and expecting strong tornadoes to come with this system. Now, you already have a ice storm watch and warning out right here for eastern Nebraska, Iowa, as well as southern Minnesota. And this is going all the way until 6 p.m. on the 3rd. Plus, if you're in any of this pink, you are in a winter storm warning. Any of this blue is a winter weather advisory. Now, if you've never been here before, make sure you subscribe. I am all year long. All I ask is if you know somebody in these impacts, please share this information on other social platforms. That way the word can get out so people can be best prepared as possible. Thank you so much for your support. So here's what you can expect. By early this morning, it's going to start strengthening up, putting a lot of snow still on the wraparound. But you're starting to get that freezing rain and that ice to build up, and you're getting thunderstorms in the red. Now, once you get in around noontime, then it's going to start getting into the severe weather in the south. Until then, the storms will be capped and they won't be able to intensify, but it will strengthen up. While you're still getting that freezing rain, even some thunder snow for South Dakota, while you're getting the snow on a wraparound. And once you go into later this afternoon into tonight, you're still getting thunder snow, still getting a lot of freezing rain. But now the thunderstorms are going all the way up to Iowa, Tennessee, Kentucky Valley, and you still have your severe weather in the south. Still having storms overnight into the early morning hours. In all this red, you will see thunderstorms overnight into the early morning hours while you still have severe weather. This is mostly going to be for eastern Texas, Arkansas, and northern Louisiana. Then it's going to move further to the east where you got a lot of storms coming to the north. Still a lot of freezing rain and snow on a wraparound. Once you go until tomorrow morning around 7 to 8 o'clock in the morning, then your severe weather in the south will be mostly for Mississippi, while you're still getting a lot of thunderstorms all the way to Ohio Valley. Still getting the freezing rain and the snow on a wraparound, while you're getting more snow and rain for the southwest. And once you go into later that afternoon for Tuesday, you still got storms in the southeast. But once you go into Wednesday, then that's when you're going to get your snow mostly for northern Illinois, eastern Iowa, as well as Wisconsin that didn't get your snowfall yet. While you still have storms in the southeast with all this rain going to the northeast. And you still have that big system coming in, bringing the next round of rain for California. As you go Wednesday into Thursday, it's going to grow even more, bringing y'all some more rainfall. And you can also see from National Weather Service that nor'easter did not happen. It is going to be bringing y'all rain Thursday and leaving out on Friday. No big nor'easter, just like we said over a week ago. I'm also going to update you on your temperatures. Remember about 2 weeks ago, I told y'all that you might not have a warm up for too long. I will update you on that as well. Now, once you go 10 o'clock and noontime for today, all the way until later this afternoon, it's going to go into a negative tilt, and it's going to be spewing up all these storms in the south, in the central, all the way up to the Ohio Valley, all the way until later tonight. Then you got the storms overnight for the Ohio Valley, where you're still getting that thunder snow. And then once you go for tomorrow, it's going to bring up in the south again a big long band that does brew up for Tennessee, Kentucky Valley, Ohio Valley, and it carries over for Tuesday and for Wednesday. But you do see with your lower level winds that there is going to be damage and wind gusts. Once you get around 9 p.m. tonight, it is going to be overnight storms. That's bringing anywhere from 40 to 50 miles per hour wind gusts all the way till tomorrow morning. And then for tomorrow, it's going to carry all the way towards the East Coast and start milding down. And so far, HRRR is picking up 40 and 50 miles per hour wind gusts for New Mexico, Texas, as well as Iowa and a little bit of Nebraska. But it starts strengthening from northern Louisiana, Arkansas, northern Mississippi into the Tennessee, Kentucky Valley with 40 and 50 miles per hour wind gusts possible. Also for southern Illinois and southern Missouri. Also carries into southern Ohio, West Virginia, and a little bit of Virginia, some 40 and 50 miles per hour wind gusts. And you get a lot of strong dew points in the atmosphere. You can see it gets all the way up into the 70s by noontime, and it stays a big hot pocket of 70s, especially for northern Louisiana, northern Mississippi, and eastern Arkansas. A big hot spot not only for Texas, but a lot of 70 dew points that carries all evening long. And then for tomorrow, it raises right back up for the southeast for your severe weather that comes for you. You have a lot of 60s and 70s coming with yours as well. As this big front line pushes through, and it is a long line of storms that will be overnight. But you can also see with your lift, with your cape, that all them dew points, it comes all the way up with all that heat, gets a lot of lift, especially for Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana. Then as you go for tomorrow, it raises right back up in the south. And with all these storms brewing, you still get all the ice storms, all the snow and wraparound, still got the thunder snow, but this is where you get a lot of your shear value coming in. And as you go overnight, it goes to the Ohio Valley to the early morning hours. Then you get a long line of storms that comes with that front as it meets up, and it starts forcing it to the east, and you get storms all day for tomorrow. Then it grows severe again for tomorrow afternoon in the south. So for today, you do have the 2% chance for tornadoes. You still get the 5% and the 10% and the significant severe. This is where you have your chances for your strong tornadoes. So your significant severe is in the gray. Your 10% is the same area, the yellow, 5% in the brown, and the 2% in the green for today. And then for tomorrow, for Tuesday, this same threat switches over towards the south and the southeast. So for tomorrow, you have a big 2% all the way to the Tennessee-Kentucky Valley for tornadoes, 5% in the brown, the 10% and the significant severe is the same area. So you can see the gray and the yellow, the same area, the significant severe and the 10%, 5% in the brown, and a 2% chance for tornadoes in the green. This is for Tuesday. And your severe weather will carry into Wednesday also for the southeast. I see a lot of lightning strikes, a lot of chances for large hail as well. And here's your cities and states at risk for Wednesday for the severe weather. Now, for northern Arkansas, you do get some wind direction change with height as these storms come in, and it does gain in intensity as you go to the higher elevations. And then later in the evening, it changes from wind direction, wind shear, to speed shear, to where you're going higher in the elevations and it's gaining in intensity, but they're going in the same direction of the winds. And when you get these straight lines in these photographs, that is indicative to getting chances for large hail. Also, northern Louisiana, you get a lot of strong updrafts, but as you go to lower levels, you have some strong shear going to 55-knot winds going to the east-northeast, so you do have a chance for speed shear as these systems pass through. And you can see it stays for hours. Now, southern Louisiana, you're not as strong as northern Louisiana, but you're still getting stronger winds aloft as the systems come through. So you do have a slight chance of speed shear on these systems as it comes through. You don't have the wind shear. You don't even have the 50-knot wind barbs going down to the lower levels. So you do have a chance for damage and winds and a slight chance for tornadoes. The same as southern Mississippi. It looks like you are getting stronger winds aloft. You don't have the 50-knot wind barbs. But if you do get a tornado, it will be speed shear and not wind direction change with height. I'd see a chance for some damage and winds, but not a strong chance for a tornado. Maybe around 4 o'clock in the morning as it goes overnight. That is your best chance for southern Mississippi. You do get a little bit of wind direction change with height. Not intensity as the 50-knot wind barbs, but they do get stronger with elevation. So you do have a slight chance for southern Mississippi, a better chance than southern Louisiana. But northern Mississippi definitely going to see these storms overnight into the early morning hours, and you are gaining intensity with your winds. Matter of fact, your winds are coming pretty low to the ground, so you have a good chance for not only speed shear on these spin-ups on these tornadoes, but you do have damage and wind gusts that will be passing by with this system. And you can see how it just stays for hours. You have a strong draft going north-northeast, and it stays for hours that way before it starts weakening down and all the strong winds go to the higher elevations. A good chance for damage and winds and speed shear. So when you check your holistic values, your wind direction change with height, give you your strong thunderstorms. You can see right around 3 p.m. you started getting storms brewing up, strong storms. Until then, your storms are capped where they cannot strengthen past a certain level in the atmosphere. But it grows from that point all afternoon long, all the way until 9 and 10 o'clock at night. And then when you go to midnight, overnight, you still have more storms brewing up overnight into the early morning hours. Also, your chance for hail. This is your lightning strikes. You can see all that purple is indicative to a lot of lightning strikes, chances for hail. But all this white is chances for large hail to come out of this system. And you see how it stays strong all night long, all the way until midnight. And then early in the morning hours, you still got storms all night, all morning long. And then it moves in for Tuesday, where it grows up and moves to the east. And look at this big chance for large hail to come across southern Mississippi, southern Alabama, even Louisiana and the panhandle of Florida as you go into Tuesday. So it will be a couple of days of chances for large hail as well. And as you go through Tuesday, it miles down, but then Wednesday comes back. You still have chances for large hail for Alabama, and it does move towards Georgia, South Carolina, Florida, and North Carolina as you go into Wednesday afternoon. Not looking too severe, just chances for possible hail to come out of it, but it does mile down once you get into the afternoon for Wednesday. So Wednesday morning will be strong also. And your snowfall, next 48 hours, high resolution rapid refresh has a lot of snowfall for Nebraska, South Dakota, even southwestern Minnesota. Over 1.5 feet, close to 2 feet of snow. Now, National Weather Service don't have that much, and it's going all the way to 62 hours, but it is still showing 17, 18 inches, 1.5 feet of snow, so it's pretty close. So northern Nebraska, southern South Dakota, that is a hot spot for the major snowfall, over 1 foot to 1.5 feet, and southwestern Minnesota as well. But National Weather Service is still picking up a lot of ice right below that snow banding, and you're still talking 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch or more of ice for Nebraska, northern Iowa, southern Minnesota, and northern Wisconsin. Plus, the update on the cold air coming. Remember the last time I showed you this shot? About 2 weeks ago, I told you your warm-up won't last that long. We still have that cold spill coming in from the 5th all the way to the 15th and 20th. Then we will be on a warm-up after that. This is going to be the last cold spill, I believe, until spring. You can also see on your P&A, your Pacific North American pattern, that we stay in a positive pattern until the 20th. Then we're going to be in a negative pattern all the way deep into February. So when you have the positive pattern, that's when you have the high pressure setup on the west, but it brings these cold spills all the way towards the central U.S., the southeast, and the mid-Atlantic. Remember, we're going to be in this all the way until about the 20th. And you can see that shot here with the update from the Euro as you go from the 3rd into the 4th. We start getting into that positive phase where it brings this cold air all the way to the southeast and the mid-Atlantic. And that's exactly the shot for a positive P&A. And so far, you can see with the Euro that it does bring in this colder air, not super Arctic in the south, but it does bring your cold temperatures, single digits for the upper Midwest, which is actually our average to above average temperatures. We're usually getting pretty banged in January up here in the upper Midwest. And it does go towards the southeast, bringing you chances for maybe some high 20s to 30s once you get to the 9th. But until then, you have chances for maybe the high 30s to move through. But once you go a little bit further and you go all the way to the 9th when it digs way into the atmosphere, that's where you have your coldest chance for this cold weather to come to the south, where you're in the upper 20s, maybe the lower 30s on the 9th, while you're still getting single digits and teen temperatures in the upper Midwest. Now, we can't see too far behind that because we are literally, guys, 8 to 10 days away. This right here is 7 to 8 days away. So we'll update you as we get closer. But remember, after we go by the 20th, then we're going to be in a negative P&A, which means the cooler air is going to be for the northwest, and y'all going to be right back on your warm-up. This cold spill won't last long at all. Matter of fact, you can see the next 6 to 10 day probability outlook all the way to the 10th that you're going to be well above average temperatures, guys. We're used to way colder air by now, and we're not getting it. Even when you go to the next 8 to 14 days with National Weather Service, all the way to the 15th, you can see we're still going to be well above average temperatures, even though we have some cooler air coming in. By now is usually when we have all that very cold Arctic air that we had already. Usually that's coming in by now. So I see this as our last cold front coming in, where it's going all the way to the south with some possible 30s coming in, maybe some high 20s. I will update you, it's pretty far. But after that, guys, we are literally looking for a transition into spring. Plus, we are starting our 2023 with a comet. So I don't know if you saw this update that came out last night, but there will be a comet approaching, and it will approach the sun on January 12th, and it will be at a far distance, guys, and the closest approach to Earth will be on February 1st. And you can see the distance. It is a far distance. This is not literally around the corner, and this is not going to smack into Earth. But this is going to be our first comet of 2023. So how do you like that for starting 2023 with a comet? But once again, you can see right here that it is not around the corner. This is literally the closest it gets to Earth will be 26 million miles away, guys. This is going to be far away, but you will be able to see it. So let's get our comments and pick our winner for today. If you've never been here before, I've been giving away not only generators, but these weather stations to a lot of people. Link in the description if you want to get one. Guys, I probably have to stop for about a week to 10 days after this. Not only the warehouse needs to catch up on these orders and ship them out. The guy I've been speaking with, him and his whole family has gotten sick. He thinks it's a coronavirus. Even his young baby has gotten sick. So God bless him and his family. I hope he gets well soon. And as soon as he gets back together, we're going to go on that 30-day giveaway once again. So for today, let's pick our winner for the weather station. So the winner for today is Jeremy Hughes. Congratulations, Jeremy. You are the winner of the weather station giveaway. Contact me at this email, kidsgamingtoday@gmail.com. That way I can get your address, get it shipped to you. I also will need your phone number. That way you can get live tracking on when this package is coming. Radar. You can't be no simpler than that. Thank you so much for your support. God bless you, Jeremy. I do hope you do enjoy it, and congratulations. But remember, the link is in the description. If you want to get one yourself, you can shop under my price. It will save you literally hundreds of dollars. And I will be doing this again in about a week to 10 days, maybe 2 tops. As soon as everything gets back together, everybody's feeling good, I'll start doing this again. And I am going to do a 30-day giveaway on the next one. So make sure you subscribe. You got to be a subscriber to be eligible. And make sure you hit the like button. Psalm 62, 1-7. Truly my soul waiteth upon God. From him cometh my salvation. He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be greatly moved. How long will ye imagine mischief against a man? Ye shall be slain, all of you. As a bow in wall shall ye be, and as a tottering fence. They only consult to cast him down from his excellency. They delight in lies. They bless with their mouth, but they curse inwardly. Selah. My soul, wait thou only upon God, for my expectation is from him. He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be moved. In God is my salvation and my glory. The rock of my strength and my refuge is in God. Amen. God bless you all and keep you all safe during these storms. I do pray for the best for every single one of y'all. Please be careful. This will be overnight into the early morning hours. So a lot of y'all are going to lose sleep with a lot of these storms. But I do pray for your safety, most of all, out of everything. But most important, all glory does go to Yahweh, our Father in heaven, our God. And he will keep you safe. Make sure you pray to him. He loves to answer prayers. Amen. Hallelujah. Have a great day, everybody.